Hi, my name is Jeffrey. Today I will demonstrate the ticket merge extension I've written for iTop. As you can see, we're early 2022, and today I'll be demonstrating this on iTop 3.0. Now, I just wanted to state very clearly that iTop 2.7 is a long-term support release by Combodo, and this extension also still works for iTop 2.7. My plan is to update it to also work for the most recent versions of iTop for the foreseeable time. Now, the ticket merge extension, the title itself says it, you can combine information of multiple tickets into one. Now, what are some common use cases is probably the main question I get about this extension. You have several tickets that you want to merge into one, of course, and usually you end up in such a situation because the user, the actual initial caller, sends follow-up information like just after he created the ticket or sent the email to the help desk, which is then processed by the mail-to-ticket extension. Or he just gives information at a much later point, sends a random attachment, asks for a status update way later. And another typical case is a second user also complaining about the issue, perhaps because he or she was in the other recipients of the original caller's email at some point. Anyhow, I'm just going to demonstrate the basic concept. I've kept it quite simple for this demo. We have John Smith, John's title, John's description. It's very vague, so there's just one public log entry. Could you provide us a little more details, please? There's no private log, no notifications, no attachment. There's one work order. No CIs, contacts, or chat requests. We also have a Lara's ticket. It's a bit more specific. Lever and Doom is stuck. She needs proper tools. We see that there's been some communication. The agent apparently had a hunch that John might be with her. And the agent already asked a couple of things. So as you can see here, you can see the account. There's 2 CIs linked to this ticket, PCs. 3 contacts, an admin, person without account and person with an account. And an attachment being an IKEA invoice. Now, if you want to merge these tickets, you go to the overview, you go to the other actions, pick merge. As you can see, you have the exact same ticket list that we had previously. And now we can just check here. The nice thing is you also have the original filter, and you can filter on a lot of things. So you could, for instance, filter on the exact same caller, or you just want to see tickets from the same organization. You have to select at least 2 tickets, and you can press merge. Now, by default, it will merge the oldest ticket, but you can, of course, choose which ticket. You can also revert this logic in the configuration. There's lots of configuration options. One of them is whether, for instance, attributes or case logs here will be force merged. So in this case, you can see the checkbox is disabled but checked. This means it will always merge the private log of these sort of tickets. So there was one private log entry. The public log is checked by default, but it can be unchecked. But this is also an option that the agent can choose, whether or not he chooses to merge the log entries of all the tickets. So if you remember correctly, there were 3 log entries for Lara. There was 1 log entry for Port John. So that makes a total of 4. Now there's often other classes pointing to a couple of tickets. Attachments is one of them, so there was 1 attachment. Embedded images is the images you sometimes get into ticket descriptions. This is built in iTop class. It's checked by default. We had 3 contacts linked to Lara's ticket, if you remember correctly. the admin, a person with account, person without account, PC1, PC2 were the functional CIs, and we had one work order. As you can see, there have also been 2 triggers configured. You can configure as many triggers or as few as you want. But in this example, we will send an email to the callers of the tickets that we are going to merge into the target ticket to let them know, like, for instance, yeah, we've closed ticket with the reference 14. We've merged it into ticket number 13. Please use the reference 13 for the next part of the communication. The second trigger here is one for John, actually. Lara will receive the ticket has been merged into John's ticket message. John will be informed that stuff has been added to his ticket. So agents usually know what to do. This step will go much faster. And then we have the successfully merged to request 13. And as you can see, it's not crossed through. This means we've just left the original ticket open as well. For the sake of this demo, you can also choose to delete those tickets or apply a stimulus to them. Now let's watch John's ticket. We can see the 2 PCs being added here. There are 4 contacts. You might wonder what the 4th one is. We automatically add the callers of the other tickets to the related contact tab as well. If you don't want this, you can disable this in the configuration, so no worries. There's also some logic applied to avoid duplicate, duplicate links. So there will be no 2 same contacts here, or attachments, for instance. We still have John's original work order, and we have the attachment here from Lara's ticket originally, and we can see the notification. Now, in the log entry, you can see that we have all the communication here. Lara wanted proper tools, and then yes, Lara wanted proper tools, but this is actually the description of her ticket. So the description of Lara's ticket, just to be clear, is also added in the public log. Again, you can choose in which log this will be added, and it's part of the communication. So all log entries plus the descriptions of the other tickets are merged into one big log, and as you can see, they're also sorted chronologically. We also had a private log entry from Lara. So basically, that's how this extension works. So the agent just goes to the overview, selects the tickets that he wants to merge, and he just performs the action. Again, if you prefer to delete this ticket afterwards, that can also be done automatically. This was a basic demo. If you have any questions about this extension, do not hesitate to get in touch. Thank you very much. Bye.